Hey, Donald Miller here. So, a couple videos they wanted me to show how to fish, and you don't see any studio lights here. Like, I'm not a studio electrician, and I'm not doing this for likes. I'm doing this to try to help people, okay? And there's a lot of people that actually need help. So I'm going to show you how to fish. I'm going to show you how you can practice fishing too, okay? Because fishing isn't something that you just learn and you're good. It takes practice, and it's going to take some time. So, like, I've been fishing already today, and I didn't put my gloves on. And you really should, especially with plaster. It really tears your hands up, especially if you're reaching into plaster walls. Not necessarily the fingers, it's the back of your hands. Like, if the house was built after 1925, there's metal lath in the plaster, and that metal lath will just tear the back of your hands up and scar them up. And the back of my knuckles are pretty bad from not wearing gloves in the beginning. So I wear gloves now. All right. So, as you can see, we have holes in the walls. With plaster, you're gonna have these things called key-ins. So every inch along this wall is a piece of plaster that's bubbling in. And in order to fish a plaster wall, you have to get that fish to jump over them but still remain straight, because if you put too big of a bend on your fish, it's just going to bounce to the other side of the wall and get stuck in the key-in. All right. So on the ground, you're going to see different size fishes I have cut. So this is our grabber, okay? And if you notice, if you look at this up against the wall, I'm stand over here and show them. See this bend right here? It's actually two kicks. I have a kick in the fish here, and I have a kick here. This first kick is gonna get over, well, actually, this first kick is gonna ride the plaster. This second kick is just to keep it moving. Now, if you look at that, I'll pull this back a little. I'm going to close my end up. Now, if I'm fishing a wall for the first time, having an open hook is the worst thing that you can have. And I'm going to use this white wall as a backdrop. So you're going to want to close your hook up. Okay? By closing that hook up as you're fishing, you're not going to get stuck on things. It'll allow you to pull back without getting jammed. All right? I'm going to pull this first kick back a little bit. Okay? I'm going to keep that second kick in. Now, we'll do an easy one, okay? We're going to do this one, and I think it was already done. We'll pull him out. So we'll pull this guy out. All right. So here's my fish. It's got my first kick on there, and there's my upper hole, okay? So we're going to lay it on the bottom, and you're going to feel it hit those key-ins. Now it's riding it up, and you can feel it in your fingers. If you notice, I'm using my fingers to feel what that fish is doing in the wall. There she is. There she is, she's right there. See, I'm already up there. If I had a second fin now, I'll put a bigger kick on it, and I'll kick it out that hole. All right. There you go.
And there it is.
Now that didn't take me very long. Some of them can get complicated. I'll just sit that in there for now. But here's a straight end. That's not going to do anything for me in a wall. And if you go into a plaster home and you try to fish plaster with just a dead end, you're going to be cursing for the next 20 minutes. All right. So what you want to do, all right, is grab your limans. Use the head of your limans to put a nice little head on that. Close your head. Just so that's a nice head. Like nothing crazy. Put a kick on it. All right, and you know, this is a nightmare of a wall. This is where it's going to take some patience. You have 3 MC wires, okay, and the exterior wall is brick. These are the walls that you do. I would suggest doing them last. Don't start in the beginning, because I might shove this up here and we might have like a fire stop or a line in the concrete that is sticking out here, like almost like not a key in, but a smear over, and it's blocking this whole area. So, like I'll attempt it. I'm up there. I'm up there. Right here. We gotta bend it. Hold on, let me turn it. Here we go. Grab I know. Some guys don't like chopping fishes up. I have no problem chopping a fish up, especially if I'm fishing a house. All right, and now when I do a grabber, I'm gonna make a little tiny head. I don't want anything, I don't want any extra on that head, because basically all this is doing, it's gonna grab that fish up there. Now with that, I'm still putting a kick on it. I'm just putting a smaller kick on it, just like that. There's my handle on this side. Now I'm gonna go up. There she is. Come on, baby. There she is. So if you look, here's my original head, and I kept it open so I could grab it, and then I just hooked it. So I just fished an exterior wall blind because I didn't prep that, okay, and I did an interior wall with knob and tube rewires. That's all we're gonna do is fish all day long. So fishing is nothing really. It's enjoyable the moment you start learning how to bend your fishes the correct way. And that's really what it comes down to. So God bless, enjoy your Thursday. Thanks for watching.